Hello and welcome to 2022. Last year I was calling my videos the Great Greenhouse Build, but since the Great Greenhouse is built now, I guess I should probably change the name of the series. So, who's got a good name? I was thinking like Ian's DIY stuff. I think that's probably stupid. But anyway, wanted to get started, so you come up with a good name, put it down in the comments, because I will choose something somebody suggests. Won't that be fun? So, here's damage from the winter. Gonna have to DIY something there. The floodwaters receded enough for now that I can get some stuff done. So what I did yesterday, I came out here, I took off the top of that side. This side was on top, but it was all branches and stuff. So what I did was, over the top of the stuff that set out all winter, I laid down all the cardboard that I saved up from last year, over winter, and I put a good layer of cardboard on everything. Well, everything that I'm planning to use this year. And then I took those bags of potting soil, which had been sitting inside the greenhouse, and I put them on top so that the cardboard wouldn't blow away until I got around to opening up all these bags, I'm gonna form them into like strips, maybe 3 strips of dirt on top of the cardboard, and then fill in anything else with grass clippings when I start getting grass clippings. Or I might just shovel in some of that stuff from last year that was just left. Or who knows, I'll make some more junk and pile it in. But anyway, the point is, you get yourselves some workable dirt on the top, and that's where you're going to start with your raised garden bed dirt. There isn't really any dirt in there except for the potting mix. Most of it is still just branches and stuff. Yeah, I can show you what it looked like. Basically, like what you see in there. Trash, dirt, leaves, everything. Everything I can get my hand on. Anyway, that is going to be my next little project here, is just getting those things formed. Let me tell you about this real quick. I accidentally left that out all winter. My wife doesn't want to try and save it. It is full of yuckiness from, oh god, that stinks. I gotta make sure. That's the last thing I do today, is open that thing up and dump it out. The smell will go away overnight somewhat, but right now, woo! Anyway, that's why my wife doesn't want to try and clean that up or anything. But what I'm gonna do with it is I'm gonna turn it into the sink for the greenhouse. That metal bottom part will do just nicely as the basin of the sink. I'll cut a couple holes in it, string water and drain through it. It'll be wonderful. So, use everything you can, folks. Repurpose, renew, reuse. I've already explained that. There's a little tree. I don't know if I'll keep that going as a separate series or not. Who knows? Haven't decided nothing at this point. Looks like it's bright. It's getting leaves already here. What is going on with that thing? popping its leaves all right. All the way from top to bottom. Still don't know what kind of tree it is. Be fun to watch it this year. It's got some exciting growth coming on it. As soon as I find out what kind of tree it is, I'll let you guys know. Okay, so I think I made a video about starting the molds. The mold I'm about to show you is going to take care of the front of that gap on the bottom, and also it's what's going to replace the wood there. I suppose I should go and show you these now. Workbench needs a lot of work. Anyway, here's number one. Yes, I just knocked stuff over. All right, there she is in all her glory. So I am going to make a plaster of Paris first part. So it's going to pour plaster of Paris in that slot. It will of course be laid down on a table at that point. But anyway, and it's going to fill, it's about 1.5 inches. It goes up to 2 inches. I will probably, well actually the rebar part isn't going to matter till next time. And we got 2 inches on the side. It's a little thicker in the middle there. In fact, I think it's 2 inches on the outside and 3 on the end. Something like that. I wanted to make it a little bigger. 2 inches for something that's going to be outside and freeze is a little thin. I've been told, well, you should go 3 inches. But I'm going to use, in the cement version, some fiberglass stuff and other reinforcement things inside the actual cement, so that it'll be nice and reinforced. And then also when they're done, they're going to get sealed with acrylic paints. So the that front top is going to be really pretty, but the rest of it's going to get clear coated front and back with acrylic, waterproofing, keep water out of the cement stuff. So that's the real way that you're going to keep your cement pieces from freezing and thawing and freezing and thawing and cracking in half into little tiny pieces. You gotta keep an eye on it. If you see a crack start to form, sand it out, put a little patch in, and reinforce it with more acrylic. Do something like that, and you'll get those cracks from forming. Yeah, that's the theory at least. So that part's going to go underground. That's the lip of it. It's going to go, and it leans down just a little bit so that the water drains away from the greenhouse. Once it gets down from the wood to there, and the wood is on the outside of that, then it just off into the grass. So that's the whole concept of that piece. I'm going to make them, I'm going to put them in at some point. I've got a cement mixer on order. It's supposed to be delivered here pretty soon. The other mold is very basic. It's just a, at this point, flat thing, 2 inches deep. Going to make a plaster of Paris version of it first, and then carve out pretty things, add some depth to it so that the front top part is, you know, really pretty, whatever's going to be facing outward. and then take a mold of that with the rubberized stuff that will be used to make the cement versions. So yeah, there you go, there you go. There's the molds for the first stage of finishing the greenhouse, all set and done. Just waiting for cement mixer and some other stuff to get here to finish those off project-wise. Okay, last little bit for today. Da-da-da-da. I did get myself a new stereo. Yes, it's necessary. This keeps life more livable. It connects Wi-Fi to this very device, and I can play anything I want over the speakers. Ha! It's cool. So, yeah. Anyway, what I was really going to show you in here is seeds. I'm going to go get a chair, plunk it down right there, use that workspace to get seeds into pots and other things so that they will start to grow in the dirt that's out there when the out there gets a little bit more consistently warm. Right now, yesterday was really nice. Today's chillier and windier. Could have snow again in a couple days. Who knows? These things happen. But inside here, 90 degrees almost. It was 90 before I opened the front door. So yeah, if I close it, it would probably go back up to 90. But it's nice and warm in here, let me tell you. I probably could, I won't finish that thought. Not gonna finish it. You'll thank me. Anyway, got all kinds of seeds. I got those rhododendron ones. I'm gonna try starting them up. I do not remember what plant this was, but I got a bunch of seeds from it. These were the orange flower from behind the garage, I think, or were they along the driveway? I don't know. One of them. So that's going to be an orange flower. I got a bunch of them. These are like the same thing as those. Can you see that in the... Hey, Ian, put it in the light. Okay, thank you. Anyway, those seem like smaller version of that. Don't know. The seeds look a little different too. Really should have labeled them, but I must have just taken them in the middle of winter or something. Don't know what... Can you see? Can you see? Don't know what those two seeds are. Probably should have labeled that. I do have a butternut squash seed. Rhododendron. That's the one from behind the garage. Unknown flower. Don't know what it is. Gonna plant a bunch of them. Alright. And this bag. Oh wow, I set it out in the sun and now it's starting to sweat. I should probably get it out of the sun. Anyway. I don't remember what these are either. I seem to have gotten a good number of them, but they don't match any of my other things that I know I've been getting, like the Rose of Sharon's or the Black-Eyed Susans or anything like that. That's not what that is. So I guess I'll have to plant some, figure out. I've got 4 rose hips. Those rose hips were picked from Melt in Mentor, Ohio, off the little rose bushes they had out front. So we were just there a couple weeks ago, so they've already taken all winter to get to that. So I'm going to assume that they've stratified enough at this point, and putting them in dirt will do something eventually, because roses are notoriously slow to germinate. I will take them out of the hips. I will do my best to prepare them for dirt. I have to read about the scarification process one more time to make sure I understand it in my head better. If I make a video about it, I will. If I don't, I won't. All right, so there. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do for the rest of this day. I'm going to turn this off now, play some music. Water has not receded inside yet, but I'm assuming it will soon. Thank you all for listening to the first episode of this year. If you would like to leave me comments, pass messages, say weird things about me, do it down in the comments, and hit the like, hit the other stuff. Yeah, you know how I feel about all that stuff. Just do it. Just do it. Make me happy. Make me famous. Just tell the world about this stuff. I should probably shut up. Don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Okay, I admit it. I took my marijuana already. Shh. Okay.